My name is Lauren Blanton, and this is my final report for EDET 650 Internship in Educational Technology. I completed this internship where I work at Mabry Middle School. This is located in Spartanburg County School District 1 in Inman, South Carolina. My supervisor for this internship was Ashley Paddock. She is our librarian and is also in charge of technology at our school. So what was the purpose of my internship? Well, my purpose was to explain how to use various Web 2.0 tools and to provide training resources for other teachers to refer to. Our school is going one-to-one starting in January, so this internship was really important because I had to research tools that teachers could use in their classroom to benefit instruction since students will be having their own Chromebook starting in January. So what did I do? I researched 12 different Web 2.0 tools and used those 12 tools to create 13 blend spaces. I know you're wondering, how did I get 13 blend spaces with only 12 tools? Well, my 13th blend space is actually a blend space of blend spaces. I also presented the tools to the math teachers at my school, and I assisted those math teachers with the technology that I provided them in any way that they needed. So what 12 tools did my supervisor provide me with? iMovie, Doceri, Desmos, Kahoot, Socrative, GeoGebra, Wolfram Alpha, Pear Deck, CK12, IXL, Khan Academy, 10 Marks, and Google Classroom. Each one of these tools I researched and created a blend space. By clicking on their names, it will take you directly to the blend space that I created for them. I also mentioned my 13th blend space. That is my blend space where all 12 of the tools that I created a blend space for, I put all of those 12 resources into one blend space, so teachers didn't have to save 12 links, they only had to save one link. You can get to that blend space containing all 12 tools from this slide. Not only did I research tools and create a blend space, I also presented to the math department. I created a presentation in Google Slides and presented it to the math teachers. I explained to them the tools that I researched and how we could use them in our classroom. I provided the presentation to the teachers, and I'm also providing you the link to that presentation as well. So what was my overall experience? My lessons learned. The main lesson that I learned was how beneficial blend space could be. I've heard whispers of blend space, but I've never actually used it until this internship. I only used it because my supervisor required me to put all of my resources in a blend space. This makes organizing the information I have very easy because I just have to go to one web page and there's everything that I've used regarding a tool. This makes organization easier and it makes keeping everything together not such a hassle. My difficulties. The biggest difficulty I'd had was trying to slow myself down. Technology has always been part of my life, and for the most part it becomes second nature for me. But I have to realize that the teachers I'm explaining this new technology to have probably never used technology or are not very good with it. So my biggest issue was I would jump ahead, I would go too quickly, I would skip steps, I wouldn't be as detailed, so the teachers would get confused and I would just have to end up spending more time by going back and re-explaining everything. So I really had to work on explaining things and explaining it in detail and slowly and not skipping steps, so I didn't lose teachers when I was explaining things to them. My biggest personal success from this internship would be having another teacher use a technology that I introduced to them. Doceri is the app that I introduced to teachers among 12 others, or 11 others, and Doceri is one that I use personally every day and I absolutely love it. So this teacher ended up trying it in her classroom and loved it. So I got to teach her how to use it and she enjoyed it and used it successfully in her instruction. And with that, I feel that I was successful by teaching a teacher about a new tool that she had never heard of and watching her use it successfully. So what would I do differently? This is the same thing as what I had issues with in my difficulty section. I would start from the beginning by explaining things very simply so teachers could understand it. I ended up spending more time by having to reteach something I explained than if I would have just done it easily descriptive and didn't skip any steps from the beginning. So whenever I'm explaining tools in the future, I will be sure that I do that differently. Overall, this internship was very interesting. I learned about different Web 2.0 tools that I didn't already know about, and I also got to share them with other teachers so that they could see ways to incorporate those Google Chromebooks into their instruction.